When you redirect just $500 a month into a single boring investment account, you aren't saving. You aren't being responsible. You are flipping a switch that 4 out of 5 Americans will never touch in their lifetime. Imagine planting a single seed in an empty field. For 2 years, nothing happens. You start to think you wasted your money on dirt. Then, in year 3, a tree breaks the surface. And here's what nobody tells you. That tree drops seeds. Those seeds become trees. Those trees drop more seeds. By year 25, you don't have a tree. You have an orchard. This isn't a metaphor. This is what $500 a month becomes when you let it run. Today, we're walking through the 25-year timeline year by year, so you can see exactly when the switch flips, when the orchard takes over, and why most people quit 3 years before the magic happens. Meet Andre. He's 30. Let's start the clock. Andre redirects $500 a month into a basic S&P 500 index fund. He doesn't earn more money to do this. He reroutes what he already has. One streaming service canceled. One weekly takeout meal made at home. A cheaper phone plan. That's it. He's not sacrificing. He's redirecting. The clock starts the moment that first $500 hits his account. In year 1, Andre contributes $6,000 of his own money. The market hands him back $221. That's it, $221. Less than half of one of his monthly contributions. He checks his account. He feels nothing. There are no fireworks, no transformation. He starts to wonder if he made a mistake. In year 2, Andre has contributed $12,000. His account sits at $12,891. He's earned less than 2 months of his own contributions in interest over an entire year. The orchard is just dirt. The trees haven't even started growing roots that he can see. But this is where most people meet their real enemy. And it isn't bad luck. It isn't market crashes. It's something most Americans never even identify. Inflation and lifestyle creep. These two forces work together like a one-way valve. Every raise gets absorbed into a slightly bigger apartment, a slightly nicer car, a slightly fancier grocery cart. And the money that doesn't get absorbed gets eaten by inflation at 3% per year, guaranteed. This is why most people stay where they are. The orchard isn't impossible. They just never let the seeds sit long enough to break the surface. Andre is on track. He just can't tell yet. Now we move into the zone where most people give up. By year 5, Andre has put in $30,000 of his own money. The market has handed him about $5,800 total. That's 5 years of patience for less than 10 months of average rent. He starts asking the question that kills more wealth than any market crash. Is this even working? Should I just spend it? His friends are leasing new SUVs, taking the vacations he skipped, posting on social media. And Andre is watching a slow-moving spreadsheet that hasn't done anything dramatic since the day he opened it. In the OMAD analogy, this is hour 8 of a fast. Your blood sugar drops. You feel shaky. You think you're starving, but you aren't starving. You're just addicted to the easy fuel. Andre isn't failing. He's just addicted to seeing fast results. The orchard doesn't work on Andre's timeline. It works on its own. In year 6, something subtle shifts. Andre has contributed $36,000. His account sits at $45,189. For the first time, his market gains in a single year, around $4,400, are larger than what he earned in his entire first year of investing combined. Something is moving underground. He can't see it yet. And this is where roughly 60% of new investors stop. They sell. They take the small gain. They walk away. And they will spend the next 20 years wondering why other people seem to be wealthy and they aren't. In year 7, the wall breaks. Andre has contributed $42,000. His account hits $53,830. For the first time, his market gains for the single year, about $5,300, match his entire annual contribution. He didn't earn this. He didn't work for it. The orchard just gave it to him. Just as the body unlocks fat cells when glycogen runs out, the math unlocks compound acceleration once your principal crosses a threshold. 7% of a small number is small. 7% of a big number is significant. The bigger the pile gets, the more work it does on its own. This is the mechanical truth nobody explains, because it doesn't make for an exciting headline. By year 10, Andre has contributed $60,000. His account is at $86,542. The market handed him over $6,000 in that single year alone, slightly more than what he put in himself. For the first time in a decade, he is no longer the primary engine of his own wealth. The orchard is. Andre is 40 years old. He's contributed $60,000 of his own money. The market has given him another $26,000. The trees are starting to grow. Between years 10 and 15, the entire feeling of investing changes. For the first decade, Andre's emotional energy was a roller coaster. Excitement when the market climbed, panic when it dropped, doubt during quiet stretches, frustration during slow ones. Now, it flatlines. Checking the account becomes boring. The numbers just keep going up, slowly, then less slowly. Boredom is the cleanest fuel in investing. When the math stops being a roller coaster, you stop being tempted to interfere. In OMAD, your brain switches from glucose to ketones around hour 16, and ketones burn cleaner. More energy with less waste. In investing, around year 12, your portfolio switches from contribution-driven to compound-driven. And compound burns cleaner. You stop feeling the friction of earning. The money just makes more money. In year 12, Andre crosses six figures for the first time. His account hits $111,477. He's contributed $72,000. The market has given him almost $40,000 for free. By year 15, Andre has contributed $90,000. His account stands at $155,587. His annual market gains that year alone reached $10,919. He contributed $6,000. The market gave him almost twice that. The orchard is officially producing more fruit than Andre is planting. But the real shift hasn't happened yet. The single most important moment in Andre's 25-year journey is still 2 years away. This is the moment. In year 17, Andre has contributed $102,000. His account sits at $190,295. His annual growth that year reaches $13,393. His annual contribution is $6,000. For the first time in Andre's life, his money out-earns him by more than 2 to 1, without permission, without effort, without him doing anything different than he did at age 30. In OMAD, this is the hour when your body stops being a consumer and becomes a recycler. The cleaning crew finally comes to work. Damaged cells get rebuilt into stronger ones. Your body becomes its own factory. In investing, this is the year your money stops being a consumer of your paychecks and becomes a producer of its own. Andre is now spectating. The orchard is planting itself. And here's what makes this moment permanent. From this point forward, Andre's portfolio gains will always exceed his contributions, every single year. Even if he stopped contributing today, the math has reached escape velocity. The orchard has crossed the line where it can plant faster than Andre ever could. This is the moment passive becomes permanent. You've been told getting rich is about earning more. It isn't. Getting rich is about reaching the crossover, the point where your money does more work than you do. Most people will earn millions of dollars across their lifetime and never reach it. Andre reached it at age 47, with $500 a month. And now things get really strange. Now the skeptics will say, but what about a market crash? What if 2008 happens again? What if everything collapses in year 19? Won't Andre lose everything? This is the most common objection, and it is mathematically backwards. In OMAD, your body releases human growth hormone during fasting, which can spike up to 1,300% or more. It's a muscle-sparing hormone. It tells your body, burn the fat, but protect the muscle. We need the muscle to survive. Dollar cost averaging through a crash is the investing equivalent. When the market drops 30%, Andre's $500 buys 30% more shares than it did the month before. He is loading up on cheap inventory while everyone else panics and sells. Someone who invested $500 a month through the 2008 crash came out ahead of their pre-crash trajectory within 4 years. Crashes are not the enemy of the long-term investor. They are the muscle-sparing hormone. They strip the weak hands out of the market while leaving Andre's portfolio intact and his future shares cheaper. In year 20, Andre has contributed $120,000. His account sits at $260,463. His annual growth that year is $18,396. He is now earning 3 times his annual contribution in compound growth alone. By year 22, his account crosses $315,000. He hasn't worked any harder than he did at year 5. He just kept the engine running. Andre is 55 years old. Across 25 years, he has contributed $150,000 of his own money, about $6,000 per year, less than the average American household spends on dining out. His account sits at $409,233. The market handed him $259,233 on top of his own contributions. In year 25 alone, his account grew by $28,962. That's nearly 5 times what he is still putting in. Andre did 36.6% of the work. The market did 63.4%. He is not lucky. He is not gifted. He did not pick the right stocks. He did not time the market. He bought one boring index fund and stopped checking. That's it. That's the secret that 4 out of 5 Americans will spend their entire lives looking for in the wrong places. Only 1 in 5 Americans age 55 has $447,000 saved for retirement. Andre is right there, with $500 a month and a quarter-century of patience, no inheritance, no business sale, no lottery ticket. This is where most people fail. Because your money is going into a sensitive system, what you put in matters twice as much. You can't treat $500 a month like a reward for being responsible. You have to treat it like building material. Step 1 is the foundation, the employer 401k match. If your job offers a match, this is free money. A 3% match is an instant 100% return on the first portion of your $500. Skipping this is like skipping protein after a 23-hour fast. You are leaving the most important ingredient on the table. Step 2 is the engine, a boring index fund, VTI, VOO, a target date retirement fund. These are the slow, steady, no-spike vehicles that keep the compounding machinery running. Avoid individual stocks. Avoid crypto bets. Avoid the hot picks your cousin is telling you about at Thanksgiving. These are the pizza and soda that destroys the meal. Step 3 is the structure. Tax-advantaged accounts. Roth IRA, traditional IRA, HSA if you qualify. Just as vegetables provide the minerals that prevent cramps in a long fast, tax-advantaged accounts provide the structural protection that prevents the IRS from taking a quarter of your orchard. And remember, $500 a month is the floor, not the ceiling. Every extra $100 a month adds another $80,000 to Andre's 25-year total. The math scales. Now, I want to be real with you. If you start this tomorrow, you are going to want to quit. Probably more than once. Here's what to expect. The year 3 crisis. Around year 2 or 3, every investor wants to quit. The math hasn't snapped yet. The orchard is invisible. This is where roughly 60% of people give up. They sell. They take the small gain. They spend the rest of their lives wondering. The fix is simple. Automate the contribution. Set it up so you never see the $500 leave your account. Salt for the fast. Automation for the investment. You can't be tempted by money you never touch. The crash panic. Just as fasting can spike cortisol if you're already stressed, watching your portfolio drop 30% in a recession can trigger panic selling. The fix is identical. Don't check it during the storm. The math doesn't care about your feelings. And the lifestyle creep trap. In OMAD, breaking a 23-hour fast with garbage food destroys the protocol. In investing, every raise that gets absorbed into a bigger car or a bigger house destroys the orchard. The whole point is to invest the raise, not eat it. This assumes you have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. This assumes you've paid off high-interest debt above 7%. The orchard cannot outgrow a 22% credit card. This is not investment advice. This is math. We live in a financial environment hostile to your biology, designed to make you fear patience, designed to make $500 feel too small to matter, designed to keep you eating from your paycheck instead of feeding the orchard. But $500 isn't small. It's a seed. And in 25 years, a single seed becomes a forest you can retire inside. Andre isn't lucky. He isn't gifted. He just stopped checking. He let the orchard do the work. You are not poor. You are not behind. You are simply addicted to seeing results before the math has a chance to start. The switch is right there. 4 out of 5 Americans will never flip it. The question is whether you will. If you try this, set up the $500, automate it, walk away, let me know below. Did you hit the wall at year 3? Did you feel the orchard start growing at year 10? I'll see you in the next one.